it's me, Julian Greystoke. I have purple lips today, and there's going to be a lot of videos coming up with me with purple lips because I'm filming a bunch of videos at once. Today I am wearing my N7 shirt because I need the strength of Commander Shepard for this video. As you probably guessed by the title, I recently went to see Valerian and the City of 1,000 Planets. Oh boy. Clearly, as you noticed by the title, this is a rant video, so if you are in love with the movie Valerian and can't stand to see what might be wrong with it, then you're probably not gonna enjoy this. Oh doggies. Today we are gonna learn how not to write female characters with the help of Valerian and the City of 1,000 Planets. I went into this movie not having a lot of high hopes because I had heard that the story was not great. And yeah, that's true, the writing isn't great, the acting is so-so, but the thing that really bothered me is the way that the female characters were treated. Nigel is here, by the way, waiting for me to acknowledge his existence. Now, if you are like me, you are going into a sci-fi movie with certain expectations. For a long time, sci-fi has been the haven of strong, badass female characters. And the advertising for this movie made Laureline, the female co-star, look pretty badass. But that's not really the person that we got in the actual movie. So let's just talk about how not to write female characters using Valerian and the City of 1,000 Planets. Keep in mind going into this that I only really very tangentially know about the comic, and so I'm not going to be comparing this to the comic at all. I'm going to be treating this movie as though it stands alone. I am hoping that the comic does much better with its female characters, but hope is all that I have. So let's just go to the beginning and talk about how Laureline is introduced. When we first see Laureline, it's her ass. Her ass in a bikini. The first shot of Laureline, our female co-star, is her ass in a bikini. Now, I know sometimes we introduce characters from behind, but if it is a male character, they are usually introduced with their head and shoulders, or sometimes their full body from behind. Laureline, it's her ass. Then we get a scene that I didn't find to be too objectionable. It's actually a little bit of a fun scene. They wrestle without managing to spill this drink that she has, and it seems pretty mutual. The banter goes back and forth. However, after that scene is over, it becomes abundantly clear that the male character is after Laureline romantically, and she is not interested in him. It is very clear. I have a sneaky suspicion that this was supposed to be more of a Han Solo and Princess Leia-like relationship, where we have fun banter going back and forth between the two characters, the sexual tension is ramped up, but in the end, ultimately, they both do actually want each other. However, in this, it is not well done at all. Valerian uses his rank as her commanding officer to sexually harass her. There's a scene later on where he grabs her and holds her arm behind her back and is whispering in her ear, and it doesn't look like a cute, sexy moment. It looks like he is a rapist and she about to get attacked. Not romantic. Another thing that happens to poor Laureline is that she doesn't get to wear pants for like the first half of this movie. Yes, in the second half she gets her armor, but for the first half, Laureline is wearing very skimpy outfits. Laureline is supposed to be a soldier. She's a highly trained professional, and yes, at the beginning they give us some flimsy justification that she's pretending to be dressed like a tourist, but all the other tourists have like reasonable clothes on. Another thing that is always happening to Laureline is that she is constantly being shunted aside in important situations. Because she is his subordinate, Valerian often puts himself in as like the guard for a general or important statesperson, while Laureline has to stand outside and guard the door. I think what the movie was going for is that he feels protective of her. But one, that is bullshit, and I'm tired of that character trope. I don't care if you are a woman who is into the fantasy of your man protecting you. If she is a trained soldier who is a partner with this guy, he should know that she could handle herself because she has had the same training as he has had, presumably, and he shouldn't be treating her like a delicate flower. However, it doesn't even come off that way. It seems like once again he is using his rank to belittle his subordinate, making her wait outside. There's never really a good payoff for this either. Laureline is obviously annoyed at always being shunted aside, but even at the end where she kind of forces herself into a situation, it's not victorious. She's just like, stop shunning me aside, I'm coming in. And then she does. And then nothing happens. If you're gonna make that a subplot for your female character, then it has to have some kind of payoff. There is another female character There are very few female characters in this movie. The ones who are there are basically stereotypes. There's an obnoxious tourist lady who wants to go shopping. There is a female soldier of some kind whose job is to hold the general's hat. And there is a prostitute. Now, I'm not shaming sex workers. It is a huge stereotype to have a woman in this position, and that character, not only do we get to watch her, like, sexy pole dance scene, we watch an entire sexy pole dance. That scene goes on for way too long. She is a changeling, and we're supposed to get the idea that she pleases people by changing into different sexy women. I got it. It is obviously just there to titillate the audience of teenage boys, I think. And then, of course, our male hero has to save her from her life of enslavement. Also, she's played by a black woman. Just putting that out there. She basically lasts for like 2 scenes and then she is killed, where she then gives a speech about how Valerian and Laureline are meant for each other, because that's all she's got, their love story. And in that same scene where our prostitute character ends up getting killed, we have Valerian and Laureline in a sword fight against these weird alien guys. Valerian has 2 swords and he's kicking all of the ass. Laureline is standing back and watching him with admiration on her face, and she gets to kill 1 person. Isn't my man so brave and heroic? Look at him killing all those bad guys. You're a trained soldier, woman! Get the fuck in there and kick some ass! And eventually Laureline even gets to give a cliched, shoehorned-in speech about love, and how love is the most important thing. Why? 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 And at the end of the story, Valerian is rewarded for his heroism and douchebaggery by getting to be with the woman like a trophy. Hooray. And as if it isn't clear enough that Valerian and Laureline are not equals in this story at all, to my knowledge, the original comic was called Valerian and Laureline and the City of 1,000 Planets. Her name was removed from the title because fuck her, I guess. This movie is so maddening. I have been pretty happy lately with how the trend is going with movies trying to get female characters to have actual character, to be important to the plot, and to learn and grow. And then this happens. So if you are out there and if you are writing female characters, look at Valerian and the City of 1,000 Planets and don't do any of the things that it did. Please. Jane agrees with me. He does not like the treatment of women in this movie. Not at all. Alright, rant over. I'm done. Don't worry, I'm done. Don't forget, everyone, that I post new videos here Mondays and Fridays. All the links to my social media are in the doobly-doo. There's a lot. You have a lot to choose from, so go check those out. And Jane and I will see you again next time with whatever it is we happen to be doing next time. Say bye, Jane. Bye, Jane. He just goes limp. He's just like, no, we're done. We're done. I'm sleeping. Bye.